Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 18th. We're just going to jump right in here. We're doing a past, present, future outcome reading. So you have this June card. It says, unorthodox thinking leads the way. Follow the road less traveled. There you go. In times of need, help will come. You're strong enough to face it all. I think it is a time for you to step out into the unknown. Again, that's where I always talk about freedom with you, and everything that will make you feel free is on the other side of something you've never done before. So I would definitely encourage you to, try something new, do something different, or, whatever you can do. I would do it, and it looks really good. So you start off with yourself showing up here as the King of Pentacles. This puts you in a position of power and strength that allows you to get what you want from the reading. So I love when people show up as themselves in these readings. Yeah, look, you have this Royal You card as well. Definitely a lot of good energy here. You have the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So one thing I would say is that there's a lot of comfort going on right here. The Four of Pentacles is kind of like holding on too tightly to the past, but it can also represent, holding on to a comfort zone, or, holding on to something that has been keeping you stuck for a long time. So I would definitely encourage you to, walk away from something here, going this way, Six of Wands to the Eight of Cups. This would just be you walking away from things that no longer serve you. It could be you walking away from things that make you feel weak, or, that take energy from you, or, the list goes on and on and on. But I would encourage you to leave a comfort zone. For sure, again, everything you want is on the other side of something you've never done before. So, King of Pentacles is a card of convention. He has these grapes on his cloak, and grapes in the tarot represent something that's difficult to grow. In real life, that grapes are difficult to grow well. So, in a lot of ways, it kind of says that he has a lot of skills, but he needs to put those skills into practice. He needs to do something with those skills. And right now, I just get busyness with the Two of Pentacles. I would be careful here that you're not just being busy, and I would make sure that you're doing things on purpose. I do believe that we are in a time where it is super important that we make sure we're doing things on purpose. I think that, Six of Pentacles comes up a lot, for example. Justice comes up a lot, for example. So again, if you're doing things that's wasting your time, in all areas of your life, work, business, love, money, spiritually, whatever, it's just going to be a waste of time. So, I really feel the universe is encouraging everyone to focus right now and focus on what's working, especially in work or business, but also, all other areas of your life. You have the Four of Pentacles. I do feel like you're feeling, it's kind of weird because I get like more of a pulling feeling here with the Four of Pentacles. It's almost as if you are being pulled away from this Four of Pentacles energy. Again, he's holding on too tightly to the past here, but, I feel like you're being pulled away from something, or it's almost like you're being guided away from something, but you're feeling the pull is the difference that I get here. And again, you have this June card that says unconventional, different, follow the road less traveled, like all this stuff. So, I really feel this is maybe why you're not moving, or in the past, at least, you didn't move towards something, is because it's unconventional, or because you're doing something that is outside the normal. And, you in your third row, you have this Uncharted Sea card. Like, it seems to me like you are stepping into the unknown. And I feel that is exactly where your abundance is going to lie, is in doing something that you've never done before. Pretty simple reading. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Four Cups. I love this Four Cups. This is from the White Sage Tarot. And there are 3 cups pouring into that 1 cup. You have the Lovers right next to it as well. I definitely feel there could be love coming in for you. Is it a focus this week? Probably not, even though you do have the Lovers. Like I said, if there is a person approaching you, I definitely feel it could be a good connection. Maybe you just started out as friends or something like that. I mean, if you look around, it just doesn't look like that much of a love reading to me yet. So, again, there could be a person coming in, but maybe it just doesn't start just yet. But it could be a good person. Although, as I say that, Two of Pentacles, you have the Two of Cups. This is what always happens. I always say, oh, it's not a love reading, and then 900 love cards come up. So definitely could be a good connection. I still feel that, again, this could be one of those things where you just start talking right now, or, there's just general interest. But this could be something long-term if you want love. Even if you don't want love, I feel like you need to move towards love, not as in a person, but what you love. I talk about this to you all the time, how really it's very, very important that you follow your heart, I feel, at this time. Taurus, whatever your heart is telling you to do is exactly what I would be doing if I were you at this time. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Fool. Yes, time to take a leap of faith. Definitely time to, jump into the unknown. Kind of this here says that your success will be in kind of walking into darkness. I personally like the Eight of Cups. He doesn't, he is walking into darkness. He doesn't really know where he is going or where things are going in his life, but he just knows that he wants fulfillment, and he's walking towards the Nine of Cups. But maybe he doesn't know that yet. So, this reading kind of gives me those vibes where it's like maybe you don't know where you're going clearly. All these cards that kind of represent the unknown, right? The unconventional path, uncharted seas. What else? The Eight of Cups, like we were talking about. These are all cards of doing things where you don't have all the answers. But, in your current position, you have this Mermaid card. It says, be careful what you wish for. But you have this Treasure card. It says, success, reaping the rewards. So there's clearly success or a reward coming in for you here. I would pay attention, with this Mermaid card. I wouldn't be naive or anything like that. But at the same time, it looks to me like you could be finding some treasure. I kind of get more moon vibes off of this Mermaid. The moon card normally has two pillars on it, and those two pillars on the moon card are a warning to the Fool. They basically say, don't get distracted by a shiny object. And I kind of get that feeling here on the Mermaid card, is that there could be some, you're working towards something like a goal, wish, or dream. And I feel like it's just saying, stay the course. Don't get distracted by some shiny new idea or whatever, right? Keep going the way you're going. You have the Lovers, the Six of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. Definitely, again, could be love. Again, I feel this is just a meeting. So that would suggest to me that it's a new person. We go down to the Hierophant here. Definitely could be marriage. You have the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands showing up at the end as well. Very interesting. It's like you could be meeting someone where there's a lot of attraction. Could be someone older than you. I also feel that there is some sort of obstacle to getting to this person. Ten of Wands, could say this person has a lot of burden. So, again, we're going to have to clarify through and see what comes up. But this person could be very busy. They could have a lot of things to handle in life or to do. But I don't know. Looks pretty good to me. I also feel, by the way, the Lovers is a new path. Traditionally, the Lovers represented being at a crossroads, having a choice to make. So, I would clearly pick the new path, the unconventional path, the uncharted territory, or whatever, uncharted sea card there. You have the Six of Wands, success coming in for you. I do feel like you're being supported and cheered on at this time. It's like one of those things. I feel like there is almost direct feedback. Mostly in life, here's what I mean by this, is I think we do something. I think people think that they're going to get direct feedback, meaning if you start a business, most people think, oh, I'm going to start this business and make money right away. Rarely does it ever work like that. Direct feedback would be you starting something and you seeing like a little bit more success than you thought you were going to get, right? And that's kind of what I'm getting here. Is that for some of you, I feel if you're starting something, I'm not saying like it's going to be like explosive or anything like that, but I do feel that there's direct feedback, as in you start something at this time. Could be a new business for some of you, could be a new idea, whatever it is, doesn't matter. And I kind of just feel there's a little bit more than what you would normally get. And so keep moving in that direction. I feel like the universe is saying, don't get distracted by the shiny objects. Keep moving towards the thing that is working at this moment, and that will lead to the most success. You have the Eight of Swords here. Eight of Swords is a card of self-imposed restriction. So I do feel it is time for you to break free from this self-imposed restriction. I feel like it is time for you to move forward with this energy. I feel it is time for you to realize that there are many ways to do things. I do feel, I've been feeling this for everyone, pretty much. Not everyone, but a lot of people. This right here, this is thinking hard, This is thinking, oh, I want to start a business. What's the hardest way possible? Because it has to be hard. I would be careful of thinking that things have to be hard right now, I would think, I think it's better to think, how can I make this the most efficient possible, whatever it is you're trying to create. Because again, I don't know, it's just like, I think during hard times or when things get hard, people are just start reverting to that thinking, oh, I have to work hard, I have to do whatever. And I'm not saying it won't be hard work, but there just might be a more efficient way to do the things you want to do. With the Lovers, every single time with you, you have this, but, definitely could be a fire sign coming in for you if you're looking for love. If not, well, here you go. You have the King and Queen of Wands here. So definitely very strong, passionate connection that could be coming in for you if you're looking for love. With the Six of Wands, you have the Queen of Cups here. You have so many people showing up in this reading as well, even just outside of love. You could be finding or noticing that you're getting a lot of attention, or that people are maybe more pulling on your attention. Remember with that Four of Pentacles, I get almost like this pulling, more of a pulling type of feeling off of that card. I never get that on the Four of Pentacles. It's almost like you're being pulled towards something. And, like I said, this could be coming from, this could be coming from people in your life. This could be coming from, there could be guides helping you do this, but I also kind of get examples as well. You have all these people, but these could be people you look up to. You have a star, that's why I'm saying this, and we'll talk about this more in just a minute. But with the star, it's like there could be inspirations in your life that are trying to get you off your butt, right? So do it. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Devil. I mean, plain and simple, like, what is stealing your energy? I would look at the things that are stealing your energy and say to yourself, how can I get rid of these things that are stealing my energy? It is just that simple. Eight of Swords is doing things that don't matter, in a lot of ways. So that's not exactly what it means, but it can represent, kind of wasting your time. And that was like the feeling I was getting there, something about efficiency. So, again, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling exhausted at the end of the day, or even in the middle of the day, it's like, what activities in your life are stealing your energy? Are there people, energy vampires? Are there, what is it? Something needs to be removed here, and it's going to be different for all of you. So you're going to have to, open your peepers and look for it, right? Next, in the area of your future, you have this Uncharted Sea card and this Royal U card, like major glow up vibes here. You have the star showing up here, which is definitely kind of like a glow up, but I feel like you're stepping into your like authentic, true energy here with that card. Again, with the Uncharted Sea card, I do feel you're taking the road less traveled, just like that first card said, take the road less traveled, or it says follow the road less traveled. And we see that right here with the Eight of Cups. You have the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Star. The Eight of Cups, he is taking the road less traveled. He's deciding to walk away from those 8 cups. Most people would say, hey, you're crazy. Why are you walking away from those 8 cups? But he knows that he deserves like total fulfillment. So that's why. And I feel for a lot of you that, again, you could have people in your life who are like, why are you, giving up these opportunities, or, whatever. But again, I think you see something they don't. So I feel like you need to stay the course. Like I said, I'm getting moon vibes here in this reading. So don't get distracted. You have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is too many burdens, too many responsibilities. Again, I do feel if you are looking for love that you could definitely be attracting a person who's a little bit of a workaholic here. But, I don't know. It looks good to me. Could be a Capricorn or a fire sign. Fire, earth really stand out to me just in general. So it could be a fire sign or earth sign. I feel like you always get both with me, so it just wouldn't surprise me. Of course, it could be any sign. This is a general reading, but, those are the 2 that really stand out to me. And again, could be a busy person. I also feel this could be you. Look at this. You start as the King of Pentacles. You end as the Hierophant, yourself, you. So you're definitely showing up in a very strong position. Again, this really, when you show up as your major arcana, it definitely puts you in a position of power and strength. But I also feel there's a difference between those 2. The King of Pentacles is the card of convention. The Hierophant, he also represents convention. He kind of represents traditional belief, but there's something else that I'm noticing here. It's almost like you're going from like action to teacher. The King of Pentacles, he has a skill, great, but the Hierophant is like one step farther. And the other thing that's interesting, I don't want to jump too far ahead here, but you also have the King of Swords. The King of Swords has both knowledge and wisdom. He both knows how to do something, and he also he knows how to, like, he's taken the actions of the things that he knows, right? He's not just a teacher. It's like the ultimate warrior. He used to say, don't instruct people, inspire people, right? Which is basically the same thing. Do what you say. And, I kind of feel that you can't do what you say, and that's making you stand out, is that you actually are a living example here with the star, which is what I encourage everyone to do right now, especially with Pluto and Aquarius, is to be a living example of whatever it is that you want to be. And that will lead to a lot of abundance. But I definitely get glow-up vibes here. So, I feel like you choosing yourself. With the Eight of Cups, we are choosing ourselves. We are saying, I'm not willing to settle in my life. I'm going to demand my worth, my value, and I'm going to walk away from anything that stops me or tries to stop me. And it looks to me like that's why you're having kind of like a little bit of glow-up. Here you go. Are you kidding? I knew it. Like I said, there you go. So we don't even need to talk about it because I already spent 20 minutes babbling on about the moon. So there you go. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores. Definitely big improvements. Again, I do get like a little bit of that, there's that whole, I can never remember what it is, but it's like, the whole, that saying where they say at first they call you crazy, and then they fight you and then you win or something like that, right? And so I kind of get that for you, where, at first there might be people in your life who are like, what are you doing walking away from your job and starting a, guinea pig breeding factory, right? Or whatever the hell your dream is. I don't care, right? It's like, but then, you start to become very successful. And then you have competitors, and then you're going to win. And I kind of get that feeling here where it's like that's the Six of Swords. You moving on to the other side is the win. With the Star, you have the Two of Pentacles. You have the Two of Pentacles twice here. Again, I would be careful. Like, this is the difference between being busy and being efficient. And both things can be true at the same time, by the way. Sometimes if you are efficient and busy, that is a good thing, right? Because what you are doing matters. If you are busy but not efficient, that is a bad thing. So I definitely feel that energy here where it would be more, like it would be better for you to be efficient for 1 hour than it would be for you to be busy for 8, right? And I always believe that. I think if you can it's better to spend like a dedicated amount of time working on something than it is to just like be all over the place, like looking like you're busy, thinking you're doing a lot, but you're actually getting nothing accomplished. Trust me, I worked for Schmarshmucks for years. I'm not going to say the name of the company, but anyway, I worked for them for many, many years. There were so many people I worked with there. They were busy, but they weren't very efficient. They never actually got anything done. Most of them were, shift supervisors, right? So what I would say here is, again, you want to be efficient, plain and simple. Next, in the area of your outcome, you have this poverty card and this main male card. Or what does it say? No, main female. I was way off. There could be a person coming in for you. I feel like this poverty thing is saying avoid people with poverty consciousness is what I'm getting here. Because again, this actually looks like a very good reading. These cards, the Kipper is like always a little bit more on the negative side of things anyway. But I don't think there's poverty coming in for you. I feel that you should pay attention to poverty consciousness. Again, if you are thinking like, how can I work harder on this instead of how can I be more efficient, that is a form of like poverty consciousness, right? So thinking that things have to be hard or that you have to struggle or whatever. And, again, of course, there is some truth that sometimes when we work on something, there is a little bit of a struggle, but does it have to be so much of a struggle? Probably not. Or can you think, how can I make this easy, right? Sometimes just asking the question is all you need to do, is just think, how can I make this easier? How can I, how can I do this thing that I want to do? You have the King of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Hierophant. The King of Swords, I kind of feel like this is a person that could be coming in for you. The weird thing is I'm not getting air. Again, fire and earth really stand out for me. I do feel it's someone who could be older than you. They could have a lot of knowledge and wisdom. So, that could be the type of person you're attracting in love if you want love. I also feel you could be being seen as having both knowledge and wisdom. You have the Queen of Wands, again, more glow-up vibes here because she is following this right here, her sunflower, which points towards the sun. So she is always moving towards the sun, towards the light, towards, bigger and better things in her life, and I feel that is the direction that you're moving in here. And finally, you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is your card, of course, but he's making this symbol right here with his hands that represents blessings. So I feel like there are blessings coming in for you. Could be in the form of attention, which is great. Like if you have a business or career, like I said, it almost seems like there's a direct result to something that you're working on. And, it's like an action-packed reading here, Taurus. There's a lot going on, but I do feel it's very good. So let's see. With the King of Swords, you have the Hierophant. So a lot of repeating cards. Universe saying I meant what I said. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Temperance card. Didn't you have the... Oh, no, you didn't. But the Temperance card is a card of a transformation, turning one thing into another. And so Temperance is about alchemy and turning things around. You can turn a yes into a no. You can turn a no into a yes with the Temperance card. So obviously, you are going to want to turn things around towards the positive with this energy, of course. And with the Hierophant here, you have the Ace of Pentacles. You have big opportunities coming in for you, and I would take those big opportunities, especially if you're getting opportunities in like work or business or whatever the case may be. So let's see here. We're gonna pull 5 main themes, and we're going to see what comes up for you. You have this Weeping Willow. It says family sorrow. I'm pretty sure you had this card with me recently, so some of you could be going through a loss in the family or something like that. You have this Gong card. It says an exciting event. I do feel there is like a lot of excitement around you, or there could be a lot of excitement. I would move towards excitement at this time. Queen of Wands, she moves towards her excitement. You have this July card and this Angel card. It says spiritual guidance, protection from harm. I feel like you've been protected since July. So there's clearly a lot of protection around you, or you are being protected. You have this Unicorn. It says use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Your intuition is telling you to go one direction. Everybody in your life is probably saying you're crazy. I wouldn't say everybody. Maybe there are some people that are supporting you. But again, you are meant to have a glow up. It's like everyone who's ever had a glow up is crazy, right? So, and it's like, trust me, that's good crazy. That's what you want. You want to be good crazy. You want to, people to be like, oh, I can't believe they took this risk. Meanwhile, you're sitting on your throne, counting your shekels, right? So who cares? Is what I would say. Let them call you crazy. You have this Kite card. It says vacation. I feel like some of you need a vacation or you need a break. You even have this Wedge card. It says someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. But I really feel this is encouraging you to take a break. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is, a burden, too much work. But again, I would focus on the glow up, focus on being different. That's what you need to do here. It looks pretty good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.